Hey guys, and welcome to O.S.M Speaks. This is Frankie, and what I'm coming to tell you about today is something that happened to me just yesterday. And a lady asked me, why do you work for a school? Why? Because those of you who don't know, which would be probably a lot of you, I work in elementary school, and growing up, I always said, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a doctor. And then with her knowing that, she's like, why the jump from getting out of the medical field into education? And I told her, and I said, well, that's just where my heart is. And, and the reason why is because I see a need in the kids that they're not getting. And there's a story that goes along with this that really touched my heart, and this is how it goes. When I was in high school, I took a program. I was in the program called PALS, which is where the senior kids go to either elementary or middle school, and they help kids in need either because they're going through rough times in their life, or they're not doing so well in school, to help them get motivated to start doing better in school. And there was that need. And I know that's not, like a church thing, but it was still a great program. That way the kids have someone that they can speak to. That a lot of people don't believe that kids have needs that or necessities, or some people don't believe that kids can have problems. Some people say a kid can tell you, "Oh, I'm feeling stressed," or not a kid, but a teenager, because well, either or. Both kids and teens can have stress. Adults can have stress. Everybody can have stress. But if a kid came up to you and said, "Oh, I'm stressed," you're going to be like, "What are you stressed about? You don't have bills. You don't have to worry about putting gas in your car." It's like, but what if there's a different kind of stress behind it? And the story went like this. Um, and it really touched my heart. And it was that there was a person in the PALS program that, and this was before me, this was a story that was told to us, that there was a girl in the PALS program she she had a kid. She was assigned to a kid, and it was around report card time. And she asked the kid, saying, "Hey, what did you get on your, what, I know report cards came out. What did you get? What were your grades?" And he's like, "I don't know." And she's like, "How do you not know? I mean, did you get your report card?" He's like, "Yeah." And she asked him, "Where is it?" And he's like, "It's sitting on the table." And she asked him, "Did your parents see it? What did your parents say?" He's like, "No, they didn't see it. It's just on the table." And she asked him, "Did anyone open it? Open the report card?" And he said, "No." And then she asked him, "Well, next week, can you please bring it to me?" And he said, "Okay." So the following week, the kid brought the report card, and she sees it, and they were all failing grades. And then she spoke to him. She was like, "How come you get these grades? I know that you're smart. I know that you can do better. And you know what? For me, can you show me that you can do better?" And he said, "Okay." I mean, the response, right? Just, okay. Now, the following 6 weeks, again, report card time. And she asked him, did you get your report card? What were your grades?" And he said, "I don't know." And she asked him, "Well, did your parents see it this time?" And he said, "No." And she asked him, "Well, where's your report card?" "It's sitting on the table." She said, "Please, the next week, can you please bring it to me?" And he said, "Okay." So the following week, he brings the report card. She opens it, and she said, from the story, she started bawling. She was just crying. And she was just like, and she sees the grades, and they were all straight A's. And she just with tears in her eyes, bawling, saying, what made you do this? How did you turn it around? What did you do? And he said, the only reason why I got these grades is because you asked me. And that is just where I was just like, just because one person was interested enough and gave this child attention, that just by asking, can you show me that you can get better grades, he jumped on it and came with straight A's. Now, I know this has nothing to do with, church or anything, but it's just in a way to say it, just how our words and how just by giving someone the attention can change someone's life. So to end the story, that kid who was failing and everything was my teacher for that. He was my teacher for PALS. So he was a product of that. Now imagine what we can do in the ministry, or imagine what we can do for those who are in need of someone to just speak to them and give them attention, and how much easier it would be to just say, hey, Jesus loves you and he wants you to be with him. So just think about that, and just picture what it is that we were truly called for. We weren't called to hate on each other. We weren't called to do any of that. But just to be with one another, listen to one another, give that attention to somebody because they truly need it. Just by putting your problems to the side, even though everybody has problems, and just sit and listen to the problems of somebody else. And they're going to picture, hey, this person truly does care and is giving me their time that they can be doing something else, time that they can be handling their own situations, but instead they're giving that time to me. And then they're going to say, what makes this person different from everybody else? And that difference is that we have God. And they're going to want that. They're going to want and say, I want to be like that. I want to be able to be that way so that I can help others. Now imagine if everybody was able to do that. Imagine if everybody can do that. We'd have a lot of people. We would have a much better world. That's my inspiration of the day. And yes, it's a true story. Thank you guys for watching this video. Click the like button so that everybody can see. Subscribe somewhere at the top. Thank you. This is O.S.M Speaks. Frankie signing off. See ya.